In a world captivated by headlines, Amy Winehouse was both celebrated and scrutinized. Renowned for her distinctive contralto and soulful delivery, she became a global icon almost overnight. Yet beneath the public persona, few truly understood the battles that shaped her life and music. From her critically acclaimed debut album Frank to the international phenomenon of Back to Black, Amy's artistic genius was intertwined with personal struggles, complex relationships, and the pressures of fame. In the next minutes, you will experience the full evolution of a prodigious talent. The triumphs of Grammy wins and chart-topping singles, the pitfalls of relentless public scrutiny, the intimate struggles with addiction and love, and the enduring legacy she left that continues to influence artists worldwide. Subscribe and stay until the end for a fact that will transform the way you hear Amy Winehouse's music forever. Amy Jade Winehouse was born on September 14, 1983, in Southgate, North London, to Mitch and Janice Winehouse, the eldest of two children. Raised in a household infused with music, her father a taxi driver and jazz enthusiast, her mother a pharmacist with a love for soul, Motown, and jazz, Amy's exposure to music began very early. By the age of 9, she was already writing her own songs, experimenting with melodies, and drawing inspiration from the records that filled her family home. Amy received formal musical training at the Sylvia Young Theatre School, a prestigious London institution for performing arts, where she honed her performance skills. She later attended the Susie Earnshaw Theatre School, further developing her vocal technique and stage presence. Despite the encouragement of her parents, her teenage years were marked by rebellion and a search for identity. She immersed herself in Camden town's vibrant music scene, performing at small local venues and frequenting jazz clubs that would shape her musical style. Friends remember her as a precocious talent, witty, bold, and fearless on stage, yet intensely private in her personal life. By 2003, at just 20 years old, Amy released her debut album Frank. The record received critical acclaim for its lyrical honesty and jazz-infused arrangements, blending elements of spoken word, confessional lyricism, and eclectic instrumentation. Tracks such as Stronger Than Me and You Sent Me Flying showcased her ability to combine technical vocal precision with raw emotional storytelling. Rolling Stone described her as a singular voice in British music, reminiscent of jazz greats but distinctly her own. Even as accolades poured in, the pressures of an emerging career began to take their toll. Late-night performances, demanding recording schedules, and the scrutiny of a growing fanbase foreshadowed the intense challenges she would face in the years ahead. The defining turning point in Amy Winehouse's career came with her second album, Back to Black, released in October 2006. Collaborating with producers Mark Ronson and Salaam Remi, Amy transformed Personal Heartbreak into an album that would redefine contemporary soul. Drawing heavily on 1960s girl group aesthetics, the record fused vintage instrumentation with modern sensibilities, featuring deeply introspective and emotionally raw tracks, such as Rehab, You Know I'm No Good, and Love is a Losing Game. The song Rehab became an anthem emblematic of both Amy's artistic voice and the public fascination with her personal life. Its lyrics, "They tried to make me go to rehab, I said no, no, no," candidly reflected her resistance to intervention while also highlighting private vulnerabilities. The track achieved widespread acclaim and ultimately contributed to her receiving 5 Grammy Awards in 2008, including Record of the Year, Song of the Year, and Best Female Pop Vocal Performance. Amy's rise during this period was meteoric. Sold-out tours, television appearances, and global media attention positioned her as the voice of a generation navigating authenticity and fame. Yet, behind the glamour, she struggled with substance abuse, volatile relationships, and the relentless pressures of the media. Her high-profile relationship with Blake Fielder-Civil, marked by public disputes and legal issues, added layers of complexity and scrutiny to her life, complicating her efforts to maintain stability. Industry insiders and collaborators have described her as both extraordinarily disciplined in the studio and deeply vulnerable outside it. Salaam Remi, in a Billboard interview, recalled, "Amy could command a session with unparalleled intensity, creating magic with every take. But outside the studio, she was sensitive, fragile, and often misunderstood. During this time, the juxtaposition of critical acclaim and personal struggle became central to her public image. The retro aesthetic and confessional depth of Back to Black resonated globally, cementing Amy Winehouse as a cultural icon, while simultaneously magnifying the pressures that would later overwhelm her. By 2007, Amy Winehouse's life had become inseparable from the global media spotlight. Her extraordinary talent was increasingly overshadowed by tabloid narratives that scrutinized her every move. Struggles with alcohol, prescription drugs, and erratic behavior became constant fodder for newspapers and celebrity magazines. Paparazzi followed her relentlessly, capturing intimate and often humiliating moments, which amplified public fascination but eroded personal privacy. Family and friends describe a cycle of brilliance and instability during this period. Salam Remy reflected in a BBC interview, "She was the most creative person I've ever worked with, but the pressures around her talent created a perfect storm. It was impossible for her to live a normal life under such scrutiny." Amy's relationship with Blake Fielder-Civil, with its legal entanglements and public controversies, intensified media attention, further complicating her attempts to maintain professional and personal stability. Several high-profile incidents highlighted the fragility of her situation. Concert cancellations, erratic public appearances, and hospitalizations became increasingly frequent. Yet amid these challenges, Amy continued to produce emotionally resonant music. Her lyrics explored themes of love, betrayal, and existential reflection, providing insight into her inner struggles. In interviews, she lamented the distorted public perception. "They only see what they want to see. They don't hear the songs, they don't hear the pain." The tension between immense public success and private turmoil created a compelling, yet tragic, narrative. While millions celebrated her voice, only a handful understood the depth of her personal battles. Her artistry and personal life became inseparable, each album and performance a reflection of her triumphs and vulnerabilities. The final years of Amy Winehouse's life were marked by repeated attempts at rehabilitation and moments of hope intertwined with ongoing challenges. She sought professional help multiple times, including stays in rehabilitation centers, attempting to regain control over her health and personal life. Despite these efforts, the convergence of addiction, media intrusion, and relational strain proved extraordinarily difficult to navigate. Her father, Mitch Winehouse, became increasingly vocal about the impact of fame and tabloid intrusion on Amy's well-being, advocating for greater public awareness of the pressures artists face. Reuters, 2011. Family members described a talented, sensitive young woman caught between the demands of a global career and the fragility of her mental and physical health. Tragically, on July 23, 2011, Amy Winehouse was found dead in her London home at the age of 27. The official coroner's report determined the cause of death as accidental alcohol poisoning. Her passing sent shockwaves through the music world and beyond. Fans and fellow artists, from Adele to Beyoncé, publicly mourned, highlighting the immense loss of a voice that had redefined contemporary music. Her death sparked renewed discussions about addiction, mental health, and media ethics. Observers debated the role of relentless tabloid coverage in exacerbating her struggles, while advocates emphasized the need for structured support systems for young artists navigating fame. Amy's legacy, although tragic, underscored the human cost of stardom and the urgent necessity of addressing mental health and substance abuse in the entertainment industry. Amy Winehouse's influence continues to resonate, transcending her premature death. Musically, she reinvigorated interest in soul, jazz, and R&B among a new generation of listeners and inspired countless contemporary artists, including Adele, Sam Smith, Lady Gaga, and Duffy. Back to Black remains one of the best-selling albums of the 21st century in the UK, while her unique vocal phrasing, emotive delivery, and storytelling approach continue to shape popular music worldwide. Beyond her musical contributions, Amy's life prompted critical conversations about addiction, mental health, and media responsibility. In 2011, Mitch Winehouse established the Amy Winehouse Foundation, dedicated to supporting vulnerable young people and raising awareness about substance misuse. Through educational programs, advocacy, and outreach initiatives, the foundation has positively impacted thousands, transforming a personal tragedy into a societal benefit. Her story challenges audiences to consider the complex interplay between fame and personal struggle. It raises questions: how can society celebrate talent without exploiting vulnerability? What responsibilities do media organizations have when reporting on artists' private lives? Amy's voice remains a testament to both her extraordinary artistry and the lessons her life imparts about empathy, resilience, and the human cost of celebrity. Amy Winehouse's story is more than a narrative of talent or tragedy. It is a reflection on artistry, vulnerability, and society's fascination with celebrity. Her life demonstrates that brilliance often coexists with fragility, and that fame, when untempered, can obscure the very humanity it purports to celebrate. Her music, infused with emotional depth and authenticity, continues to resonate with audiences, reminding us that art endures even when the artist does not. Each note, lyric, and soulful refrain invites reflection on the costs of public scrutiny and the importance of empathy. Amy's life and work leave a cultural and emotional legacy, influencing music, mental health advocacy, and public understanding of the pressures faced by creative geniuses. Subscribe and hit the bell. New music documentaries, Tuesday/Thursday. Watch the following documentaries on our channel. If you liked this, watch The Rise, Battles, and Redemption of Eminem, Full Journey, next documentary. Want a documentary on another artist or music legend? Tell us below, we'll make it a short or a long.